Okay, now that you've got the split surface happened, we've split away this piece of surface through here. The next thing we're going to do is grade that surface to the finished ground levels. Now, very important, before you do a graded region, most important that you change the phase of the surface that you're going to work with to an earlier phase. What that will do is that will keep that surface on natural ground, record it as an earlier phase and demolish it. So it will be kept in the project, but it will be marked as an earlier phase and demolished. Then when we do the graded region, Revit will create a new construction phase of that surface and allow you to grade that to the levels you want. So you'll end up having two surfaces left behind. One will be existing and demolished, and the other one will be new construction. Revit will be able to compare the difference in volumes between those two and report your cut and fill volumes for you. So that's going to be a very handy thing to be able to do. So to make sure we do that, select this surface here in the middle, and over here in its properties, down here, change its phase created to an earlier phase, in other words, existing. Now that you've changed that phase created to an earlier phase, you can do a graded region. Select the bottom option through here, because that gives us fewer points to work with. It'll be a bit easier. Select that surface, and you'll see you've got a whole heap of black points now at different levels that you can edit. It might be easier if we change to a site plan view now, so we make sure we pick up all of these points. So over in site plan, over in the project browser here, double click on your site plan. The command is still active even though you've done that. Go up to the modify tool up here, put a window around all of those points there, and at the moment all of those points have a different elevation at natural ground. But I'm going to change their elevation to read 409,900 up there, and press enter to accept that. I want to tick that off now to finish that sketch mode. I can't see the tick menu up through here, and that's just because every so often when you do go to something like select modify, it navigates you away from the menu you were on. But the menu you were on will always be highlighted in green. So always look for that green menu, click up there, and now I can see what I expected to see before, which was this tick. So click off the tick, and we've finished that command. Just have a look in 3D what you've done now. So here in 3D you can see now, if I select that, that is the new graded surface. You'll note, and it's been graded to 409,900 level. Now you'll notice underneath that we've still got that surface there. That is the existing surface that has been demolished, and this new surface sits on top of it. So Revit's going to compare the volume differences between those two and be able to report a cut and fill schedule for us, where we'd have cubic metres of cut and cubic metres of fill listed. Now to make this drawing read a bit easier, because at the moment this existing surface up here is covering over our building platform, change the view properties. So select nothing, have nothing selected, escape a couple of times, come over here to your properties bar, scroll down to the bottom, and where it says phase filter show all, so that shows everything. That shows existing demolished, new construction, just everything. Pick something here which doesn't show demolished, something like show previous plus new, so no demolished stuff will show up then. And click apply to that, and then you can see that you've now got just the surface, the finished ground surfaces, if you like. Okay, so I'm going to save the video, stop the video just at that point there, and we'll come back with the next step. Now the next step is going to be doing a similar thing, but to the embankment batters around this fill side. So I'll just save the video at that point.